अस्सलाम वालेकुम फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम यू अगेन। दिस इज़ पार्ट 2 ऑफ वर्ल्ड लिटरेचर। पार्ट 1 में हमने बात की थी कि हाउ व्हाट इज़ द एक्चुअल मीनिंग ऑफ वर्ल्ड लिटरेचर। वी टॉक्ड अबाउट कल्चरल डाइवर्सिटीज़ एंड आई गेव यू एग्जांपल अबाउट मार्क्वेस who is a great German American philosopher. What did he say? We will continue with the British playwright Harold Pinter. What did he say? Harold Pinter is actually an actor, a playwright, and who is famous for his birthday party work, is birthday party. He said in 1962, and what he said, his version is very important and very good example, which is most of the times quoted for the world literature. He says, I am speaking with some reluctance, knowing that there are at least 24 possible aspects of any single statement. वो कहना चाहते हैं कि कोई भी अगर सिंगल स्टेटमेंट है लिटरेचर के हवाले से तो उसकी पॉसिबल 24 इंटरप्रिटेशंस मौजूद है। नाउ द क्वेश्चन हेयर अराइजेज व्हाई नॉट 25। तो दिस इज़ अ रैंडम वर्डिक्ट, रैंडमली कहा गया है 25 भी हो सकते हैं, बट ही सेज जस्ट एज एन एग्जांपल कि कोई भी अगर पॉसिबल लिटरेचर की स्टेटमेंट है तो उसके कितने भी आप इंटरप्रिटेशंस बनाएं, आप परसेप्शंस बनाएं, क्योंकि लिटरेचर इज़ टोटली बेस्ड ऑन परसेप्शंस। So this was said about Harold Pinter. Next, world onward 20th century, due to capitalism, when the raw material transported from one part of the country and was giving a finishing touch to another country, it gave unifying touch to the world literature. अब दुनिया में एक तरह की चेंज आई आफ्टर वर्ल्ड वॉर 2। कैपिटलिज्म दुनिया में बहुत ज़्यादा कैपिटलिज्म आई। कैपिटलिज्म क्या है? द रोल ऑफ अ कंट्री when it is giving a lot of it is emphasizing on the private side production, right? That is called capitalism, but that is totally different from the socialism. socialism एक चाइनीज़ जो है पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू था और कैपिटलिज्म के ख़िलाफ़ था। सोशलिज्म के अकॉर्डिंगली ये होता है कि दुनिया के जितने भी लोग हैं उनमें बराबरी, उनमें इक्वल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ पावर होती है, जो कि प्रैक्टिकली पॉसिबल नहीं है। तो कैपिटलिज्म के बाद ये हुआ कि दुनिया का बिज़नेस जो है वो ट्रेड तेज़ी से बढ़ने लगा। रॉ मटेरियल एक मुल्क में तैयार होता था और उसकी ट्रांसपोर्टेशन फिर की जाती थी और फिनिशिंग टच दूसरे मुल्क में किया जाता था। तो इसमें यह देखा गया कि दुनिया के मुल्कों के कई लोग एक तरह से जॉइंट वेंचर्स था, उनका वेंचर बना, जो कि आज भी है। तो वो दुनिया के ममालिक की आपस में कल्चरल अंडरस्टैंडिंग और कल्चरल यूनिफिकेशन पॉसिबल हुई। So the writer today is not writing for particularly for one country, like the writer is not limited only to British, to France, to Germany, to America, or to Pakistan, or to Arab country, but he is writing about the whole humanity. But he is writing at the global issues, production, like because of production he has become internationalized. Production की वजह से internationalize हुआ है। We saw in the 19th century there was disillusionment in works of some writers, जैसे कि चार्ल्स डिकिंस के वर्क में डिसइंटीग्रेशन थी, डिसइल्यूजनमेंट पाई जाती थी। जैसे कि उनका वर्क है, आपने कई तरह से उनका वर्क को देखा। चार्ल्स डिकिंस वर्क है जिसमें आपका कहते हैं ओलिवर ट्विस्ट है, जिसमें आपने हार्ड टाइम्स देखा। तो उन तमाम में इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन के ख़िलाफ़ बात की गई है। बट टुडेज़ राइटर इज़ थिंकिंग टोटली डिफरेंट वे। आज का जो राइटर है वो कैपिटलिज्म की बात करता है, इम्पीरियलिज्म की बात करता है, इम्पीरियलिस्टिक वेंचर्स की बात करता है। आज का जो राइटर है ही हिमसेल्फ इज़ कनेक्टेड विथ इंडस्ट्रियलाइज्ड साइकिल। एक ऐसा लाइफ स्टाइल गुजार रहा है कि राइटर या तो कहीं डॉक्टर है, या तो कहीं प्रोडक्शन इंचार्ज है, कहीं मार्केटिंग मैनेजर है। तो आज का राइटर, पोइट, आज का लिटरेरी पर्सन कहीं ना कहीं लेटेस्ट ज़िंदगी के जो है प्रोडक्शंस में और इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन से इन्वॉल्वमेंट ज़रूर रखता है। द जनरेशन लेटर ऑन रियलाइज दैट द प्रोडक्शन इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन वॉज इनएविटेबल। बाद में चल के जनरेशन ने रियलाइज़ किया कि इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन और प्रोडक्शन के बगैर तो कोई हल ही नहीं है। दीज आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर्स। सम ऑफ द राइटर्स wanted to return to their primitive state, while mostly accepted the industrialization is an inevitable part of their life. One more thing must be mentioned here, that the World War II divided the world into two divisions. One was the USA, the other was the USSR. The countries who were the powerful, they wanted to become the most powerful, so their power, hunger for power continued. So next we will discuss here the example of Chinua Achebe, African. He is a Nigerian writer. See the influence on the writer about his famous work, The Things Fall Apart. I've also made a video on Things Fall Apart. This is a very famous work. It represents the colonial power, how the Britishers how the Europeans came and they transformed their life, they changed their life, they diverted them toward the educated system. Like the Chinua Achebe's work, Things Fall Apart, the character was the people were not known about their lifestyle. When any nation is colonized, it works completely under the orders, under the supervision, or under the dominance of another country. Their lifestyle, their culture, it is totally controlled by another country. So the post-colonial works represents that thing. Secondly, we see Arab Spring. The Arab Spring writers are those British writers. They are very significant, like see Basma Abdel Aziz work, The Queue. It's a very famous work which is an eye-opening work. It highlights the helpless citizens, the citizens which are not in good conditions socially, politically, economically. They are struggling against the sinister government. The government is not sincere with them. So the novel expresses the political unrest of the Arab people. So it's very important to know about the real life pain, what these people live with. Now we will talk about magical realism. In today's literature, in the world literature, what role does the magic realism play? First of all, what is magical realism? Magical realism is a genre that depicts the real world as having the undercurrent of magic or fantasy. Like everyone sees dreams. Dream is the, it's part of life. We see dream. Sometimes in dreams there are fantasies. Now what does today's writer do? He wants to connect the real life with some fantastical, with some untrue things, but they happen as part of life. Like miracles happen in life, we say. So this is the magical realism. Where we see the magical realism, you might have heard about the 100 Years of Solitude. This is a very famous work by Gabriel Garcia Marquez, and this work was published in 1967. This work actually represents that generations come and generations vanish. One generation come, the other is replaced on the first generation. But this thing continues, this goes on, right? So this novel particularly, 100 Years of Solitude, represents 7 generations. So what happens, he wants to say here, the writer wants to say here, Gabriel Garcia Marquez wants to say here, that the generations come and generations go, but the point of views or the natures of the people or the perspectives of the people or the systems, they continue to be there. Like the movements, they always happen to be there. People come and people replace with others. But these things are always the same. This is also a universal kind of work which is presented by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. So this was, friends, all about the world literature. Hope you understand my lecture. I tried to make it to explain to you in the simplified way. And even if you do not understand, if you have any query in mind, or even if you want to know about some other lecture, you can write it in the comments box. I will try to make a video for you. Thank you so much, friends, for listening. One more thing, if you are newly watching my video, please do like and subscribe my channel. Thank you, friends.